Hi guys, this is Michelle and I am back with my weekly update. I actually do not know what week it is. Just when I was about to start recording, I realized that I forgot to look to see what week it was, and then I was too lazy to look. So it will be in the description box whatever week it is. So let me get to my stats. So at the start of this whole process, I had to do a 6-month supervised diet. I started that in May of 2016. At the start of that diet, I was 286.8. Then on January 4th of 2017, I had my VSG surgery at Banner Gateway Medical Center here in Gilbert, Arizona. My surgeon was Dr. Albert Chin. On the day of surgery, I was 251.8 pounds. Today, I was 204.8 pounds. That is actually a 1.8 pound gain from last week. So, I have lost a total of 47 pounds since I had surgery in January, and I have lost 82 pounds since the start of the whole weight loss process in May of 2016. Why did I gain weight? Some of it I think is my fault, and some of it is just my body acting crazy. Last week I had gone down to 203, and then immediately the next day, without me doing anything or eating anything, my weight had already jumped back up again. I am a daily weigher. I just weigh once a day. First thing in the morning, I step on the scale, and whatever it says, that's it. I don't step on the scale again. So I had noticed that my weight just immediately started going up and fluctuating. So I knew that this week I didn't know what it was going to be. And today is actually the highest of them all. And so I have a feeling that it might go down tomorrow, but today is weigh-in day. So I don't know. I feel I'm like, what am I talking about? I was going to say, so how do I feel about that? Of course, I'm not happy with it. But I don't know. I kind of suspected that my body was going to resist Wonderland, which is why I didn't make any time-based weight goals. I have weight goals, but they're not based on any time, except for the fact that I really did think that I was going to get in Wonderland by the end of July. And it's not too late, but, now it's starting to look like maybe I won't make it by the end of July. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I know that I'm eventually going to get there. Now, I said that maybe some of it is my fault. My calories have been a little bit higher this week, just because I have had a few more unhealthy snacks. So I really haven't been eating when I'm not hungry. I mean, I have once or twice, okay, I'm not going to say never, but mostly I've been hungry, and then instead of reaching for one of my healthy, low-carb snacks, I've been reaching for something that's not quite as healthy, or not quite as low-carb, or not quite as low-calorie. So my calories have been up, and so I think that is really the number one reason for the 1.8 pound gain. I think even if I had been eating perfectly, it looked like my body I probably still would have jumped up, but I think that the reason it has jumped up as much as it did was because of me just having too many calories. And a lot of that is letting my job stress get to me. If you watched my what I eat in the day video, I don't know. I almost wasn't going to post that because I was just in such a bad mood by the end of that video. I was trying to hide it a little bit in my voice, but I was in a very bad mood. So the thing is that I haven't been doing my gratitude practice, and so that is really seeping through, and my focus for this week is to get back on that. I've still been doing my daily meditation, but the thing that's really helping me the most with getting through my job stress is having my gratitude practice. And so I don't know why I let go of it. Well, actually, I do a little bit. I'll talk about that in a second. So I think that if I need to get back on track with the daily gratitude, and then I think that's going to help my mood a lot more. And then because of that, of course, I won't be tempted to eat the types of snacks that I should not be eating there. The other thing is that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather. Even though I have lived here for 13 years, I keep forgetting about monsoon season. It's like every year it completely catches me by surprise. It's like, wait, what? Why is it humid? So it's humid right now because we do have a very short monsoon season. And I hate humidity. You know, it's one of the reasons why I chose Arizona versus one of the other warmer states, because the other warmer states come with humidity. And normally we don't have humidity. But the short period of time that we do, it is so miserable to me. Now, you know, one of my friend just came back from San Antonio, and she was talking about how miserable it was there. And so, yes, I'm sure that if I was in San Antonio or Florida, I would think that it is much more miserable than it is right now. But considering that I'm not used to the humidity at all, it does just feel pretty miserable. And so I don't know if that's some of it. I'm tired. I feel mentally and physically exhausted. And so because of that, I just don't feel like doing some of the things that I should be doing, like my gratitude practice, which is silly. So it's like, yeah, you know, instead of choosing a healthy snack, I'm going to choose one of these other snacks because I don't feel like thinking about it. And I do have to admit that in the past, it would have been much worse. This probably would have been one of those times, since I'm so exhausted, where I would just resort to, you know, fast food or really unhealthy eating. But, you know, I'm still doing my meal prep. I'm just doing simpler meal prep because I don't feel like doing something more complicated. So I'm still doing my meal prep, and I'm still eating, you know, very well, like 90% of the time. So that is very good. But being tired, being stressed out from work, I'm not sleeping very well. You know, that's the other thing. And I feel like I need a break. I feel like I need a vacation. Even though I just came back from Vegas, that wasn't really a vacation. I mean, okay, that was a vacation, but it wasn't restful vacation. There we go. So I have all these things that I'm like mentally dealing with. You know, I've been looking at other jobs. There's not very much out there, but there is a little bit. And just the fear that if I leave this job, I might end up in a job that's even worse than the one that I'm in now, which in the past, that has never deterred me. In the past, if I ever felt about my job the way I feel about this job, I would have left in a second, and I have done that a lot in the past. However, over the years, you know, healthcare has changed a lot, jobs have changed a lot, and so the truth of the matter is, unfortunately, that my chances of hopping to a job that is much worse than the one that I have now is very, very great. You know, I'm talking to a lot of my friends that are pharmacists. Things are just different now. They're much different than they were even just 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And I love being a pharmacist, but I don't love what they're making us do now with my degree. I guess that's all I can say without going into some long rambling story. So I feel trapped in this job, and that's making me feel stressed, which is why I need to be doing my gratitude practice. So there's that. Also, I'm starting to feel a little stressed out about trying to figure out what to do about my bone spur and whether or not I should be having surgery or not. I don't want to get into a long discussion about that in this video, but basically I'll say, number one, my pain has been getting much, much better. And for a couple of years now, I have been limping when I walk. Those of you who met me in Portland, if you were paying attention, I think a few people did notice it. I was limping when I was in Portland, and I have been limping for a couple of years. All of a sudden, I'm no longer limping. I still have the pain, but I'm not limping anymore. And so my bone spur pain is getting much better. And so I'm still trying to figure out if I want to have the surgery. I recently talked to someone. So I've talked to two people. I've talked to one person where the bone spur surgery was a very good thing. It helped out a lot. And now I have recently talked to someone else, not personally, the husband of a person who recently had the very same surgery, and it made her situation worse. And so now I'm starting to think, first of all, I'm not in the mood for another surgery. And then second of all, what if it makes it worse when I'm doing so much better for the first time? I don't know. And yeah. Why are you barking? So I don't know. I'm feeling stressed because I'm trying to make, more vacation plans and trips for the rest of this year. And if I'm going to have the surgery, I need to have the surgery this year just because it's going to be less expensive because I've already met my deductible. And so it's like I'm starting to get stressed about that. Don't I have the surgery? And then that also plays into my job. You know, if I leave my job, then my insurance starts all over again. And my insurance starts all over again, and it's better for me to get the surgery now, or it's also better for me to get the surgery while I'm working from home versus a job where I'm going to have to drive into every day. So it's just all this stuff is just making it worse. Not sleeping, the humidity. I'm rambling. I'm just going to stop talking. This is a terrible update. I'm going to stop talking. And, I'm going to see you guys next week. I hope that I get some things straightened out, and hopefully next week is going to be a better update. Bye.